This show contains adult content. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Sounds Like Crows. Something at the top of the show is we got some new art out there. If you go to our website and you go to characters, you can go to season 5 and you can see the updated character art for this season that reflects all the changes the boys have had since the start of our show. Pretty cool to get it back. We've been waiting a while for it, so go check it out. SoundsLikeCrows.com/season-5. Thank you to everyone that makes this show possible. Mostly our patrons. Kirby, thank you. Matt Stevens, thank you so much. Gary Oswald, thank you. Jonathan Turner, thank you. Jared, thanks. Kyle Neese, thank you. Ariel Weiss, thank you. Greg Gray, thank you so much. And then thank you to Thinking Man Games. Thank you to Alchemist, as well as Abigail Fennel, Jackie Betts, and Catherine Drake. Also thanks to Prime as well. Thank you all so much. Thank you to our executive producer, Alexandra Majan. Music on the show is provided by myself, Rudy Zuniga, Levi Rojas, or James Quinn. Special thank you to Gary Oswald for consultation on this episode, along with Renee Wanger and maybe even Ariel Weiss. If that's true, Ariel, thank you. We're making a huge amount of progress on the Hiram and Meadow flashback stuff for Patreon. I think we have a rough cut done. I'm going to look at it this week and kind of go over and add music. So hopefully that should be out by the next Monday episode that drops, or at the very least, I'll have an update for you. But I got high hopes. So with all of that out of the way, folks, thank you for letting me take a week off. And as always, welcome back to the Weird West. Describe to me the best steak dinner you've ever had placed in front of you, because that's what's getting put down here on Portal, Arizona. It's a little patio seat, okay? It's a little nice wooden table. It's rustic. It's cute. The waiter has perfect customer service. They deal with your bullshit flawlessly. These are good for you boys. We're talking, hear me out on this, chuck eye steaks, okay? They're a rare steak. You only get 2 of them from a cow, okay? Wow. Those are brought out, okay? The finest of the fine put out. What else?
I want some delicious au gratin potatoes.
With some I don't know what that
garlic
is,
and chives
fancy.
on it.
We're talking a garlic wine sauce, Caleb.
Damn,
Red wine reduction.
Not on my plate. I've got a ribeye, a tenderloin, and a New York. All of them.
You went for the trifecta, did you?
Very rare.
I think we've got a lot of toasted chilies, right? Like chilies.
But this town has some sort of signature, like orange sauce.
Yeah. I was trying to think. Yeah,
that's cool.
Decadent.
Yeah, you're right.
Luxurious.
Way is definitely set up next to Ellis, and he's like dramatically put a handkerchief in his collar that's like pulled out, you know? He's got like 2 big imaginary things.
So fucking pleased with himself.
Because what he does whenever Ellis eats is he mimics the motion, you know, because he can feel a little bit of it, you know, and if he mimics it, it's closer.
I think too. I like that orange thing. I think old fashions are served here with their like local.
Oh, the oranges, right?
Orange.
That's good. Maybe they even grow maraschino cherries here as well.
Fuck me. Yes. I'm getting very genuinely hungry.
Yeah, that's good.
I need some steaks.
Okay, well, this stuff is put out in front of you.
I'm so excited for this virtual meal.
God, we just George R.R. Martin to the shit out of that meal.
And as the first of you goes to put a bite into your mouth, a train whistle howls through the town. The train from the east has arrived a day early. Some old engine that's been in service for 40 years, soot black with passenger and cargo trains behind it pulling into town.
Abel's back is to the train. Without even looking up, he's got that old fashioned at his left hand as he's sipping on it. Swings that pistol out with his right and just aims over his back shoulder towards the train and looks at the boys. Am I aiming right?
Harper takes a bite of his meal, Caleb. He gets to taste it. He gets to taste it, Caleb.
I swear to God.
He's in heaven.
I'll shoot the fucking conductor.
This isn't Crane's train, though, right? This is just the one that...
This is just a train.
Little kids are getting on, right?
Yeah.
Little kids are getting on, yeah.
Well, fuck it. Let's just eat our fucking meal.
Yeah.
That was entirely too loud for civilized.
Wait a minute. Didn't they say...
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, that'll be good future audio, Caleb. Good job, buddy. That's a good idea.
Why don't you edit a real train horn in there, asshole? Harper opens his eye and kind of looks over at Abel's big display. Listen, I think we might just get away with the train not bringing us any trouble this time.
Yeah, fine.
And the sound of mechanical, steam-driven ghost rock joints.
Uh-oh.
Follow the sight that comes off the train. Eliza Crow and friends coming to town.
Do not tell her what I
So
just said.
Are we seated in like an outdoor patio area?
Outdoor
Full
patio,
vision? We just see this?
right near the train. And
Someone's got their dog there.
I understand that that's super convenient. Caleb will spend a penny for the train getting here a day early.
Wow, thank you.
Thank you, Caleb.
Her eyes like glaze over the town and then see the boys seated on the patio. And I'm like, oh, what luck, you know?
Yeah, I think she locks eyes with Thaddeus, who lazily glanced up when Abel started talking shit, looks to where Abel's pointing, and as he's about to take a bite, he sees, and they lock eyes with Eliza, and he drops his fork.
Oh, shit, boys. Whoa, hold on. Eliza's here.
Ellis is like mid-chew. He just has his mouth just gaping open and a piece of steak just falls back onto the plate.
Hey, Eliza's here.
Abel turns around to see where his gun is pointing directly at Eliza, and then just very slowly swings it back in.
Oh, shit. You think she heard what I said?
Baby, it looks like your ex is here.
Didn't y'all work it out? Why is everybody so tense?
It's
Why is she
Eliza.
here?
She's
So what?
tense.
She about ripped my nuts off the last time, and there ain't much of that left now. I'm worried.
Awfully convenient she could find you here, don't you think?
Yeah, I wonder how she did that.
You sent a telegram or anything recently to her?
I was about to. Last one I sent was in Flagstaff. You guys just hear me talking to like nobody.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, we're kind of
more
used to it
at this
I think Ellis just packs these steaks in his satchel and starts walking over there.
Wait, Ellis, so did you call her?
No,
Oh, fuck.
I told her where we were going. She must have figured it out. Told her we were
shit.
gonna go get the kids.
I am not standing up.
Maybe we can use her guys.
Yeah, this could be a good thing.
That is a good idea.
This is good timing.
Yeah, that's a great question for one of you two to ask her. I feel like I'm probably still not in her good graces. So I'm going to enjoy this steak. You boys, good luck.
I'm gonna go talk to her, boys. And Ellis gets up. He reaches into his shirt collar, pulls out like a necklace with his wedding ring on it, just so it's showing. He pulls it over his shirt.
Oh my God.
I swear, I thought you were going to pull out a steak.
No.
You can get a Betty for that. That's a good element. She looks surprised to see you. There's a few men in suits sweating through them, pulling stuff off the train car that she's rented. It's almost like someone setting up for a big stage concert. There's lots of like rolling things they're pulling off, dollies, and they're unloading behind her. It looks like she was getting ready to get out of her Ghost Rock mech, but she's not done that. I'm imagining Lex Luthor from the Insidious games. What are those called?
Injustice game?
Injustice, yeah.
But like a little bit more steampunk.
Even like 40, just for scale, right? Like 40K Marine or...
Like the
So
she's
suit from Alien or Aliens.
That's what
Yes.
I was picturing.
Yeah,
the whole
that's what I
time,
picture.
Was
yeah,
like
yeah,
Ripley.
anything that's like an
Ripley.
exosuit that has some armor to it, you know?
Oh, okay. So it is closed.
Yeah, it's close, yeah.
Oh, okay. So then it is like 40K.
Maybe there's more openings than 40K. I think you're right that you can see some of her. Like if you want to call shots to her, you could do that.
Hey, whoa, what the fuck?
It'd be difficult.
Just
but you could do it.
hypothetically. you
Just
know,
hypothetically.
In the event you needed to.
Well, aren't you a sight for sore eyes?
You too, I guess. I cannot believe it was this easy to find you.
Yeah, you, what are you doing here?
Well, I hired just about everybody I could between Dodge and California to tell me when any crows showed up, and heard you guys were coming south.
Damn, you can do just about anything you want, can't you?
Yeah, I thought I'd have to go north to find you, but this is awfully lucky.
Well, why'd you come out here?
What are you doing this far south? You found Crane?
Yeah, he's gonna show up here in a few days.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
Well, why don't you get your brothers? I brought you guns.
We're having steak. Do you want to come join us? And maybe after we can take a look at your gifts?
She goes to rub at her chin and then realize she's in an exosuit. Sure, that'd be nice.
I got an orange sauce. They've been talking it up.
Can you eat? I thought you said you couldn't eat.
I can eat meat.
She looks a little grossed out. Sure, I'll come eat dinner with you and your brothers. She hops out, and then we cut to you two, coming up some wooden stairs surrounded by a grassy area back up onto the patio. I think Ellis pulls her up a seat. Way rolls his eyes and, gets up from that seat, and then she takes it.
Eliza, Lucky stands up
Lucky?
and kind of stumbles up and takes off his hat.
No need to stand on my account.
It's all, you're looking as lovely as ever.
She gives you a tight smile. Thank you, Lucky. That's so kind of you.
You know, it's funny. I was just about to send you a telegram.
Interesting.
See these two kids here?
Oh, are they here?
Yeah, right? Are they?
Why would they?
They're probably
took
at a
off
different
earlier.
table.
Well, they went to go get drunk, right?
Yeah, they left to go get
But
drunk
you said you
earlier.
were also going to go get drunk.
I did say I was
So
going to leave
maybe
to go
this
get
is
drunk.
the place where they went to go get
I
drunk.
like the idea that they're one table over.
Yeah.
They didn't want to sit at the table.
Or maybe,
And they
yeah.
they
Or they're
couldn't
at the
afford
bar.
any steaks.
Them being at the bar might be nice too. To be like, you see those kids at the bar?
Yeah,
Okay, I
at the
can do
And
bar.
then we
too,
can
yeah.
call them over too if we want them.
You see those two kids at the bar over there?
Yeah.
That would be Hannibal and Reno, Abel's kids.
Oh,
Abel raises a glass in silent toast and then crushes it.
cool.
Oh, drinks it.
Oh, yeah. Does it crush it?
Abel
You never
raises
know
that
with Abel.
glass in silent toast and then swallows the fine cocktail in one gulp and holds it up for another.
Well, I guess I have some good news for you boys, but maybe I'll get dinner first. Waiter. And she just snaps with huge confidence. Guy comes over. She orders 3 dishes and 2 drinks.
Doesn't
and
even
then-
look at the menu.
Yeah.
Yep.
Waits for Ellis to seat her. Her posture is straight and confident. It's not rigid. It's just someone that knows what they're doing.
She also hasn't seen Harper since he got all fucked up.
Harper, it's wonderful to see you.
And it's good to see you as well. You look like you're doing a mite bit better than the rest of us.
Don't be so hard on yourselves. It seems like your work is almost over.
Yeah, well, we can hope, can't we?
Yeah, I'm happy to have Ellis back, and whatever I can do to help kill Crane, she whispers, I'm willing and able to do.
We could definitely use it.
Good.
You said you're here to help us?
Yeah, I don't know if, Ellis, you want me personally involved. I'd like to be, maybe some sort of firing support. I've acquired some dusters that have, I don't know if you're familiar, but they've got plates of ghost steel in them. I've got new armaments for you if you'd like them. Oh, and Ellis, she pulls over your plate to in front of her. I sold the casino. And she cuts off a bite of the steak.
Uh-oh.
Takes a bite. Well, I just had to. The cost of all this stuff.
Well, I kind of told those two kids that they could work at the casino a couple days ago.
Abel's kids?
Was that?
No, she swallows. Abel's kids?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, unfortunately, I just had to sell it. It cost a lot to track you down, and then all the things I bought to help you out with what you're trying to do.
Huh.
Well, maybe there's still some work we could find for them.
I got a contact who they could probably get some work through.
What are you thinking, bounty hunting? I don't know if they should do bounty hunting, partner.
I think they'd be good at it.
I'm sure they'd be fantastic at it.
I think
I
it's
just don't
better
know
than
if
the
it's
rustling.
healthy.
If they ain't got the casino, what else are they going to go do?
I'd prefer them to not touch another gun for the rest of their life.
What are your plans after we're done here, Eliza?
I hadn't thought about it. She takes another bite. But we're kind of in the same boat because you probably haven't thought about it either.
I've done some thinking.
Good. Well, then I'll be on board with what your plan is. We've got a little bit of money left. Won't be as easy as having the casino, but this is what you wanted to do. So,
We could rebuild.
yeah.
You guys, this is kind of awkward.
Yeah.
Yeah, it sounds like this. This
Sort of a
relationship.
personal moment.
Seems like we've got some communication errors going on here.
Her drink arrives and she downs it quicker than Abel.
I don't think Ellis is worried about this because, in his eyes, Eliza just makes things happen, you know? She has the golden touch. She sells the casino. Who cares? She's going to be able to, liquidate some stuff, buy something else, and turn it, overnight. She can start making money again. So Ellis is not worried by this. He's not really faced by it at all.
With another bite of potatoes, Abel motions towards the kids at the bar with his fork. Well, then if Casino's out, I don't have much.
Your family, Abel. I'd love to help out your children. We can find them a job. I'm sure me and Ellis will start some sort of business as soon as as soon as the murderer is dead.
Yeah, I'll tell you everything I've got planned. I just don't think this is the time and place to do so. Lots of ears around.
You mentioned dusters. Lucky points a fork at her. And that's all well and good, but how many of those cool suits you got?
You all?
Yeah, I do.
She swallows again.
Now, Eliza, I think he's referring to the robot one.
Yes, yeah. Mm-hmm.
You ever been in one of those before, Lucky?
No, but I got 3 days to learn.
Yeah, you can have one.
I don't know if that's a good idea.
Eliza. Lucky kind of points his drink in her direction and takes a big gulp of it.
I'm not sure it will look any worse than those glasses on you. She smiles.
Damn.
He fixes the glasses. The glasses stay, Eliza.
You get used to him after a while.
What have you boys been up to? Tell me about your kids. And then I think that conversation fades away. Okay, what building? She's rented something for a few days, Alex. What building would your wife sort of rent out to store and display this armory?
It's got to be a big building. It's got to be a barn.
It's a barn. It was extra costly because she's renting a barn in the middle of harvest season.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Yep.
So it's mixed. It's still got some barrels, bushels, bags of oranges and lemons around, but her people have brought a lot of other stuff in. Have you brought Reno and Hannibal with, or have they fucked off?
I don't think I want them to be thinking that they're involved.
Fair enough.
Abel's just not even going to talk to him, probably.
Nope. I'm going
Whatever
to tell
they
them
do.
when they get on the train that the plan's changed.
So Eliza gives them some money and tells them she's going to employ them. She continues on Abel's lie with impunity. They find a place to stay in town, and Eliza Crow takes the brothers to her newfound armory. It's a pretty large barn. It's painted red but faded in past days. A few field mice scurry away from the door as it slides open, and then one of her suited guards closes it behind you. There's about 3 of them in this room. It's lit by lanterns that her and her crew have set up, and I can't stop picturing those touring black boxes that bands push around. You know what I'm talking about? The steel edges. So we're just going to keep saying it's those. As you enter, there's also like one of those mech suits, one of those ghost steel infernal contraptions that you'd pour yourself into, Lucky, in the corner of the room. But I think one of her men is like tinkering with it. It's not quite ready to go yet, still being assembled. They packed it up on the train. She's not in her suit, but it is in the room. In addition to that, there's one guy she's brought with her who's like a mad scientist type, and I wondered, I didn't make any notes for him because I thought it'd be cool if we could all make him together, if that's cool.
I think he's like a French-Canadian guy.
It's the Crow Boys.
yes.
Oh, hello, Mr. Crow Boys.
Yeah, violently murdered. I cannot do the trapper anymore. He's gone.
I like that.
Bring him back.
I think this mad scientist is like an older Chinese man.
That's cool. And then Cameron Day, what's his major, like, why is he crazy? You know?
There's a list if you want to look at the
He's
list.
sweating.
Yeah.
He's sweating.
You want to look at the list?
You want to look at the list?
There's a list.
Of what?
There's a list of quirks that
You have
mad
to roll.
scientists
That
have.
is the list
like a
of
table.
quirks.
Hit the roll on the table.
Is that what you're looking for, Caleb?
Yeah,
that
yeah,
kind of
yeah.
thing?
Yeah.
You're looking for a quirk? I don't know. I'm kind of curious what the list
Yeah, let's see
has.
the
What
list.
kind of list do we got?
He's got angel wings.
Yeah, seriously.
None of these are going to be useful except for delusion, absent-minded, or I guess phobia.
What delusion?
Mumbler would be good.
Ooh, mumbler.
Okay, so either Mumbler or his eyes are like his pupils are constantly changing.
Oh, yeah.
that's pretty
cool. Like independently of one another, not at the same time. Yeah.
Yeah, they're constantly like independently dilating and undilating.
I like that. What's one feature about him, Isaac, in either his wardrobe or like his...
Yeah, I think he is nervous being around all this equipment. He wears very tight-fitting clothing, like riding pants, even though he doesn't ride, right?
Okay,
Like,
yeah.
he doesn't wear a big flowy lab coat. It's just,
Doesn't want to get snagged.
doesn't want to
Yeah.
get snagged.
Yeah, he's got a Bruno aesthetic.
Yes.
Alex, what do you want to add to this?
He's really tall.
Okay.
This guy's like 6'7".
Wow.
Pretty
tall.
Yeah.
Wow.
Very tall.
But he's real lanky.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This falls to me, huh?
Yeah, maybe give us like a good thing about him. Something Thaddeus likes about him, maybe.
Thaddeus likes about him. Oh,
man,
man,
do whatever you want.
It's something that reminds him of one of the first mad scientists he ever worked for. He's got very skin tight clothing, except for his very ornate gloves that have almost thin copper wiring that he's used to sew it all shut or closed rather than normal thread. And then there are some plates that he's put in places for protection while he's working on things. And he's probably engraved those with, his personal flair.
His own face.
Mm-hmm.
His own face is engraved on them.
This guy is genuinely terrifying. This is not,
lanky, tall,
honestly, I feel like we should be rolling a fear
eyes.
roll just to look at this man.
Dr. Han, Eliza says, this is my husband, Ellis, and his brothers. Dr. Han turns around, and when he does, the light hits his eyes such that his pupils like retract and then dilate with a thin smile across his face. He rubs those linen white gloved hands together as he says, "It's wonderful to meet you. I've heard so much about you, all of you. I'm assisting your wife, Ellis. I'm assisting Eliza in her works here, so whatever questions you have, I would be happy to help you with."
I was getting close to some Tabitha
I
vibes.
know.
Yeah,
I'm not sure what I'm doing yet. I'll work
No,
it out.
it's good
Workshop
though.
it.
Like all mad scientists are fucking creeps. I love
They
it.
are creeps, yeah.
Well, tell you what, Doctor. Me and my brothers don't really know anything about any of this stuff here. How about you just give us a quick rundown of what you have?
Yeah, I want to know about the suit.
Of course. Over here in the corner, we have an infernal device. It's from Smith & Robarts, but I've tweaked it a little bit, and I think any of you that were to inhabit it would find some wonderful surprises to help you in the field in your killing of Crane. Eliza told me about that, but don't feel like she's betrayed your trust, Ellis. We've been working together closely for quite some time.
Yeah, hear that, Lucky? Some lovely surprises.
I'm very curious.
We have heavy dusters and light dusters, whatever you're strong enough to carry. D8 for the heavy dusters and D6. But they've got ghost steel armor to the best of you. Gatling weapons, pistols, rifles, whatever you'd like. Eliza wanted to bring a cannon, but we couldn't make that happen. But I guess the real reason I'm here, Ellis, is, and Eliza interrupts him. I did. The reason I met Dr. Han and part of the reason I sold the casino, Ellis, is, he's worked with people like you before. And I can cure you, he says, cutting her off.
Oh, well, shit. Nice.
It's very surprising that I found him. I put a call out everywhere. I guess my name helped out a little bit. Dr. Han knew who I was, and it was quite a lot of money, but he's actually helped out someone that had your condition before. And, I can let Dr. Han tell you about it, but I guess what's important to me is that, I guess I'd be happy to help you boys out, but I think I would like you to take this first, Ellis. I don't trust whoever else you have with you.
I think as she's saying that, Harper's hand is kind of moving and hovering over his pistol as he's waiting for Wei to take charge.
Baby, what the fuck? Did you know about this?
No.
I don't trust him, baby. Baby, I know there's no reason you should trust me, but we're friends, Ellis, and nothing like this ever works. It almost comes with side effects, baby. You can't. Who is this Dr. Han? Do you even know him? I don't know. Have we actually know that he's tried it out on people before? And as Wei is talking in your ear, Han is talking from in front of you. All the benefits you've gained from your condition will be retained. There's no side effects at all besides your passenger being forced out.
Lucky puts a hand on your shoulder. You hear that, Way? You're on your way out, you motherfucker.
Baby, tell your brother to go fuck himself.
There's definitely something to think about there, Doc.
What's there to think about, Els?
Yeah.
You get to keep the powers.
Well, it's important to know where his passenger goes, right?
No. Who gives a shit?
He goes back to the hunting grounds, I think.
Easy peasy.
You think, but you don't know?
Maybe he dies. They
Or
die.
maybe it escapes his body?
Well, hopefully. It better escape his goddamn body.
No, you don't understand. If Way is outside of Ellis's body doing whatever the fuck he wants, isn't it just as bad as anything else we've come across out there?
Fuck no. We'll still have Ellis, and he'll still be a goddamn machine.
Alex, is there some word that you can decide what this is, but I think Eliza says a few words that communicates that Han is lying. And she says it in a way that Way will understand what's going on, but she implies that Way would die.
And this is a lot.
Wait, she
For Ellis
says
to process
that,
here.
and it implies... What does she say?
I don't know. I guess I need
Yeah.
help. I need something like maybe you two have a word for death somehow, or like someone else died, like her grandma or something, and she could be like, hey, it's going to be just like,
That makes sense.
Some guy that we used to work with or something.
it'll be just like Bruce, Ellis.
Just like Bruce, huh?
Yeah.
What if Bruce turned out to be more trustworthy than we thought he was? What if Bruce had a lot of information for us that we needed to do what we wanted to do?
Baby, don't let her take me.
Don't you worry.
What did you say? Alice, I literally sold everything I had to find Dr. Han and find you. There's a timer that it's unstable. The ingredients are rare, he says. So this is your one shot to get cured. It's not going to stop your ability to stop Crane. I don't really care what Way has to add to anything. It seems pretty cut and dry to me. I think your brothers would agree with me.
Eliza, we can trust this guy, right?
Dr. Han?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, shit, Ellis. What's the problem?
It's not about Crane, Eliza. It's about what happens after. I've been cooking up a plan here, and I think Way is an important part of that plan.
What?
Oh, that's just a little bit reckless there, don't you think, Ellis?
Yeah, didn't you hear what she said? You get all the power you've got from Way without Way being around, so you ain't got to worry about, never getting sleep again without nightmares. And, I don't know, the meat thing?
Sure.
Listen.
We don't need you, acting out while we're in the middle of something.
He's never done that before. He's never
Has
hurt
he not?
anybody.
My
Oh, really?
nose says different.
I had 3 broken
He
ribs.
could have killed you.
How is that helping your case?
He was a cornered animal.
So let's take the animal out.
And I remember the very first thing you said to us, Ellis.
What?
If I ever do anything horrible, I should put a bullet in your brain.
That was a long time ago.
Ellis, is this Ellis talking or Way?
This is me. You know what I want to do? I want to go after those reckoners, boys.
And we'll do it together.
No.
Dr. Han gets distracted. He starts looking at his gloves, his pupils dilating and then retracting, and he starts to smile and walk around the room. I think he finds his way to Thaddeus and starts to pick his way over through your clothes in the folds of them, looking for lice.
Hey, not that.
Oh, sorry. I was admiring everything about you.
No, I appreciate it, but,
What's that spear you have? That looks magical.
does it? I mean, it's just from up north.
The bones, though.
I'm sorry.
Can I see it?
And Thaddeus looks super perplexed this whole circumstance, but he does. He hands over the spear.
Oh, man. Let me look at this. And he starts to examine the bones as Eliza talks. Ellis, I don't think you're Ellis, what plans are you talking about that involve Way? It seems like you know a lot about the hunting grounds and Manitou, like you said. Your brothers seem to know a lot. You've got a Ranger's Bible, you told me. Someone has that?
I don't know who has
I
that.
don't know if we still have
We might have
that.
lost that.
Okay, but what do you need a literal demon in your head for?
As much as I think I know, seems like we're constantly running into stuff we don't know about. And Way usually has at least some insight to give me.
Well, shit, we'll just go back to the mailman.
Baby, let's
That's
get out of here.
Just
Let's
working
go.
from one demon to another.
You and me can kill Crane by ourselves, I'm sure.
Listen, Eliza, there's nothing more I want than to just go back to the way things were. But the truth is, and I think everybody here knows it, Ellis died on that train. I've been through hell. I've seen things that will give most men heart attacks. I'm a different man now. I got different goals. And I think I need his help to attain those goals. And I was hoping that maybe you, after I explain it to you, maybe you'd also join this partnership.
Well, you sure know how to sound like my husband, Way. Harper, there's some chains in that box behind you. Go steal. If you want to grab them, we can just make this thing happen.
No. And Abel's hand goes to his gun. Not pulling, but hand on it.
You really think this is your brother talking right now?
I'm not concerned about that.
I think that it is.
If it was Way, you'd know it.
Yeah.
That is true.
I am concerned, though, because the nature of promises, Ellis, is that they do not change. And you ask something of all of us.
What's that?
Abel looks meaningfully back over to Harper. If you ever cross the line, we stop you.
I don't think I'm crossing a line.
I don't think that's for you to decide.
Boys, you make me drink this potion, you're damning me to hell.
Thought you said you already were.
I'm gonna go back. If I drink that potion, I'm gonna die, right?
Dr. Han is enamored with this spear, clutching it in both of his hands. What did you ask?
This potion, if I drink it, I'll die someday, right? I'll age.
Yes.
Where do you think I'm gonna go after I die?
He goes back to looking at the spear.
And your alternative? You just want to live as an immortal, eating people, living with a literal demon inside your head?
Lucky, my very existence in this world is a sin. I'm an abomination, I know it. And I gotta balance the scales somehow. I gotta make up for it. The only way I see to do that, kill more of them than they do of us. Balance the scales of humanity and hell.
Could you have not told me this in California?
I was still putting things together. I didn't have all the pieces yet.
I sold my casino?
I appreciate that. Your conviction is, unflinching.
Lucky, Harper, are you gonna let Abel stop you?
Listen,
Lucky goes and gets the chains.
Eliza, you don't understand. We found a complex with these scientists were doing these experiments on these women, turning their unborn babies into monsters. There's that kind of shit happening out there right now as we speak.
I'm just concerned that you don't want to put down the one in your head. The mere fact that you would consider consorting and supporting with a creature of Satan.
The one in my head is the reason you guys aren't still imprisoned by the Upright Gang.
Exactly. I am grateful. It does not absolve him from his rightful fate.
He's a valuable resource. And he's kept his word.
I get it. I understand. You've been through hell just like the rest of us. Maybe even worse.
Not just like the rest of you. I have literally been to hell, Harper.
I'm on your goddamn side. Will you shut up for 2 seconds? I understand. You need this to finish what we're doing. You and I are in the same boat.
You talking about Crane?
Well, for me, it's Crane. For you, it's the Reckoners. But I get it. It's your choice. I ain't gonna force you to do this. Do you want to live forever with that thing in your head? It's your choice. I don't think that any of us have the right to tell him what he can and can't do.
To hell with that. You know for a fact I can't force you to get into these chains. But I'm going to do everything I can to put you in them. Because I want my brother back. And I don't want my brother back with Way inside.
You've been fine with it this long.
I have not been fine with this.
It won't be the same, Lucky. If I drink that potion, Ellis isn't coming back.
How can you say that?
How can I? How can I just go about living my life like I used to?
I've seen it. Dr. Han showed me.
Sure, medically, but think about the type of shit that he's seen. He's gonna know that all this stuff's going on now.
I can't just ignore it.
And we'll grow together as a family.
I can't bring kids into a world where women are getting cut up.
How the fuck did you get to kids? We're talking about getting rid of a demon. In your head, you're defending it to all of us.
This is my wife, Abel. What do you think we were planning on doing before all this? What do you think she wants me to drink that potion for?
Fuck you.
She just wants you back.
She wants our life back.
I just wanted you.
I would love that too, Eliza. I really would. But I don't think that any potion, any sort of magic's gonna be able to do that. Unless you can turn back time.
Explain to me why you're comfortable breaking your oaths both to her and to us for the sake of some 2-bit shit living in your head. You keep everything he gave you, probably more. Hell, I would also appreciate a more stable version of you. But there's a big step between damned and oathbreaker.
I might be breaking promises to you, and that is hard for me to do. But I think the weight of everything right now outweighs that. I feel like if we don't act now, there's not going to be a world left for us to live in. Not the way it is now.
If we don't do this right now, this isn't a world I want to live in, Ellis.
Well, maybe we can change it.
And we'll do it without Way.
The way I see it, it would be selfish of me to drink that potion.
Jesus Christ. Abel turns and...
Like you said, Abel, we're the light, we're the flood.
Yeah, and we ain't aiming to take that away from you. You're gonna keep it. You stay the light. The only fucking difference is you don't leave it burning when you go past. There's a difference between a flame and a light, Ellis.
He says I can keep everything I have. Who's to say that Wade doesn't have more for me?
Ellis, you're fine.
Baby,
You
I do.
punched a sea monster to death.
There's so much more coming, baby.
I punched a sea monster to death, and then I got overrun by an angry mob just 2 days ago.
We can fix that, baby. We can figure out how to hold a bunch of people off.
Ellis, you're gonna have to break my nose again if you don't think I'm gonna make you drink this goddamn potion. Now, please, don't let it come to that.
I'm sorry, Lucky. Just like I couldn't make you get on that train. You can't make me drink this potion.
Dr. Han pokes Thaddeus with his own spear.
Hey, what the hell, man?
Don't you want to be involved in this? It seems like you're supposed to be, maybe you should talk to your brother.
Well, honestly, they ain't been listening to me for months. I don't know what sort of impact I'm gonna have.
Don't you like them?
Well, sure, I love Ellis the most. And honestly, I agree with Lucky here. We should tie him down. But I know that in 3 days, a certain politician is going to be coming through here. And the 5 of us fighting each other ain't going to get that taken care of. And we'll fail everything we're trying for. So any of this other stuff is a little extra at this point. Sorry, Mr. Han, but I don't know. Can I have that spear back? That was actually kind of important to me. It saved my life.
Before, as you're saying that, Eliza goes, Lucky, are you going to help me?
Absolutely.
As Eliza moves towards it to her suit, she says, Thaddeus, you in or out?
Oh, so it's like that, huh?
Yeah. Is everybody okay with this?
Yeah.
Yep.
Thaddeus, remember what Ellis said. Abel's right.
No, you're right.
I think Harper looks over and makes eye contact with Ellis and kind of nods for the door.
Yeah.
I'm in.
I don't know if you're gonna be able to forgive me for this, Eliza. Or Lucky. Or Harper. Or Abel. Or you, Thaddeus. But I'm not drinking that potion. And I think, if I can, Ellis is just gonna ghost, and I'm gonna start to run.
Okay, Thaddeus, I think Dr. Han, at the sight of Ellis running away, is clutching onto your spear. Ellis, as you go to do intangible, let's deal initiative. I'm Caleb Sunstead, and you can find me on Twitter at MarshallCaleb. You can find Marshall Sims, who played Thaddeus Crow, on Twitter at Mr. Malicious1. You can find my brother Abel at Abel the Crow on Twitter, Isaac Sunstead. Thanks, man. You can find Alex Horrell, who portrayed Ellis Crow, at Alex Horrell on Twitter. Lucky Luciana Crow was played by Cameron Day. You can find him on our Discord server. And then Cameron Reed played Daisy Crow, Harper Crow. You can find him on Twitter at CJReed21. 811. Thank you to Alexandria Machen, our executive producer, for making this show possible. Thanks, Alex. You can find her on Twitter at Alexandria Machen. Thanks to Gary Oswald for consultation on this episode. That's our show. Thank you for listening. We'll see you next Monday.